Anyway, what's up, guys? You're in my car. You're in the new car. And it's John Thursday. So we had an interesting morning so far. There were, like, police people all outside our building. We couldn't leave. It was ridiculous. There was, like, police don't cross rope, and they're like, no one's allowed to leave. And we're like, we have to leave. They're like, we don't care. There's a murder on the loose. Well, they didn't say that, but we presume there was murder on the loose. I thought it could have been Sirius Black, actually. But, we'll never know. It's John Thursday, so what's happening this week? Lots of talk about Beedle and the Bard. So I'm all wondering, what are you going to do for the Beedle? Are you going to get the Beedle at midnight? Or are you going to get the Beedle the following morning, or perhaps the following day? Are you going to read the Beedle all at once, or are you going to read the one Beedle at a time? That's all I want to know. I have not decided yet. I think I would like to buy the Beedle at the midnight and perhaps read a story at a time and then discuss it with my friends. And then read another story and then discuss it with my friends and so forth until all 5 stories have been read and accounted for and discussed with the friends. So that's my plan as of this moment. I want to know what yours is. But there was also a fun question this week that Melissa asked. Which Harry Potter character's life would I want to have?
Don't hit a car.
I'm not going to hit people. I'll tell you what. Everybody's going to say, you know what? Oh my god, I'm going to be Dawlish. I'm going to be, that's my Dawlish bounce. Tune in to hear about the Dawlish bounce in a minute. So, you know, it's funny, just talking about Sirius Black, I wouldn't mind being Sirius Black. And that's a weird thing to say. Why would you want to be Sirius Black?
Why, John?
He was in prison for a really long time, and then he came out, and he had like a couple of years, and then he gets killed.
He died.
It really sucks. No, that's actually a really crappy answer. I really want to be Sirius Black. But he is rather badass up until that point, so that makes him pretty sweet. Yeah, I think like I would want to be a marauder, but I just don't like their adult life very much. Like their whole teenage life would be pretty fun, but their adult life, for the most part, you know, Wormtail, big butthead, and Remus constantly, you know, persecute me here, left, right, and Tuesday. So, and Sirius we discussed, and James, yeah, early demise. But, you know, hot wife for a while there, so that's pretty cool. What character? This is hard. I know, my answer for this I had a few days ago. Am I still in the frame?
Yeah.
My answer I had this for a few days ago was somebody like Seamus, actually. Seamus or Dean. Because these guys, they're a couple of cool dudes, and they get to be friends with Harry and Ron and everything, and they're in the action, sort of not in the action, in a nice, comfortable way that keeps them out of trouble, I guess. And they're pretty cool guys. And Seamus likes to blow things up, apparently, and Dean gets to go out and journey for a while. So either one of them would be pretty good options, I think. So, yeah, that's answering the question. I'm going to tell you something about the Dawlish bounce. Alex Carpenter's Remus Lupin has the Wizard Rock twist, so I decided that if he can write a dance, that I'm going to write a dance. It was called the Dawlish bounce, and you can't really do it well in the car, but maybe I'll show you it in a future week. Dawlish bounce, you put your elbows out like this, and you kind of lean to the side, and then you just kind of give like a little bounce like this, and your knees bend with the bounce, and you say, doing the Dawlish bounce, and there's going to be a good song with that eventually. I challenge any wizard hopper to come up with one. And maybe I will do my best as well. But yeah, that is John Thursday, I think, in a nutshell. I might play some clips. Yes, I do. Here's some clips.
Chester. Oh. Chester, Snape good or evil?
Give free shake.
Weren't those some great clips? There, I'll cut that in. Excellent. See you, Noodle. Thank you for doing that. And that's John Thursday.